Formaji YouTube video k lia oper jo tum ny story lik kdhs k oper Thai men strong hook lik k do. Hook jandar. Suspenseful our curiosity sai barpor hona chaye k mary vauer engage ho jn our video ko ntk deken title, The Door Behind the Rain. The rain fell heavily that night. Each drop struck the ground like a warning. I stood under a flickering streetlight, watching water crawl along the empty road. The air smelled of wet soil and rusted iron. My clothes clung cold against my skin. Then I saw it. A door, standing alone behind the curtain of rain. No walls, no house, just a wooden door, dark and old. My heart slowed, then beat harder. The rain softened as I stepped closer. The door's surface felt rough, swollen from years of moisture. Cold traveled up my fingers. I listened. Behind the rain, there was breathing, not mine. A low sound, slow and patient. The streetlight flickered again. For a moment, the shadows moved the wrong way. My mouth went dry. The handle turned slightly on its own. Wood creaked. The rain stopped completely. Silence pressed against my ears. The door opened just enough to reveal darkness that felt alive. A smell of damp earth and old memories poured out. Something inside shifted. A whisper brushed past my ear, calling my name. My feet froze, but my body leaned forward. The darkness behind the door breathed again. Closer now. The air grew colder with every breath I took. My skin tightened as if the night itself touched me. The street behind me no longer felt real. The darkness inside the door stretched wider, as though it waited for permission. I heard footsteps, not from behind, from below the doorframe. Slow steps, measured, dragging across a surface that did not sound like ground. My heartbeat echoed inside my skull. The smell changed. Rain and earth faded, replaced by something metallic and old. I tried to move my foot back. The ground refused me. It felt soft, as if it breathed beneath my shoes. The whisper returned, clearer now, closer to my thoughts than my ears. It spoke my name again, stretching each sound. I felt watched from angles that should not exist. The door creaked wider. Darkness spilled out, thick and slow, like liquid shadow. Inside, shapes shifted without form. They moved like memories forgotten too long. A hand appeared, too long, too thin. Its fingers bent the wrong way. The skin shone pale, slick like wet stone. I wanted to scream. No sound escaped. My chest tightened as if wrapped in invisible wire. The streetlight shattered above me. Glass rained down, yet none of it touched the ground. Every piece froze midair. Time felt wounded. The hand withdrew slightly, then pointed inward. The darkness pulsed. Images flashed inside my mind. A room with no windows. Walls covered in scratches. Names carved deep into wood. Some familiar, some impossible to read. I smelled fear soaked into old floors. The whisper spoke again. It promised answers. It promised relief. It promised that the weight inside my chest would finally stop hurting. The rain returned suddenly, but it fell upward. Drops lifted from the ground, climbing back into the sky. My reflection appeared on the door surface. It blinked when I did not. Its smile came late. The hand reached out again. Closer now, close enough for me to feel cold breath brush my face. My body trembled without movement. The ground beneath me cracked open. Black water seeped out, wrapping around my ankles. It felt warm, too warm. The whisper turned into many voices. They spoke together, layered, overlapping, each one calling me differently. A child, a stranger, someone who loved me once. The door opened wider. Inside, a corridor stretched endlessly. Lights flickered along the ceiling, revealing doors on both sides. Every door looked familiar. Every handle felt like a memory I tried to bury. The hand tightened around my wrist. Its grip burned cold. I felt my pulse slow. The world behind me faded. Sounds dissolving into nothing. I tasted iron on my tongue. The whisper softened. It thanked me. The corridor lights dimmed one by one. The doors began to open. From each doorway, something watched. Breathing echoed from every direction. The rain behind me stopped again. The silence returned, thicker than before. The hand pulled gently, with certainty. The darkness welcomed me like it already knew my shape. My shadow separated from my feet. It stepped forward first. The door behind the rain remained open. The shadow paused inside the doorway. It turned back toward me. Its face looked like mine, but empty, as if something essential had been erased. The whisper faded into a single voice. Calm, certain. It said this place only reflected what was carried inside. The corridor lights flickered once more, then held steady. The hand loosened its grip. The cold eased. I felt the ground become solid again beneath my feet. The black water withdrew, slipping back into the cracks. The doors along the corridor closed, one by one, without sound. The breathing slowed, then stopped. My shadow stepped back into me. Warmth returned to my chest. The rain began to fall normally, soft and steady. The darkness behind the door thinned, losing its weight. The wooden surface aged rapidly, splintering, then turning to dust. The handle dropped to the ground, and dissolved.